time for some spiritual manna. Hello and welcome to the Good Info Café, where multiple intelligences meet each day. I'm JtheK, the Master InfoArtist chef. Today I pray, where I make a commitment to be faithful and true as the teacher and the sinner. Whipping up spiritual manna with nectar-ous music, delicious fun, and big, serious, helpful, organic concepts where good, reliable information is served as our fellowship meal each and every day. That's my mission statement. I'm developing my mission statement, getting ready to launch soon. And this helps me stay focused. Got lots of notes all over the place, so I might miss some things. Got this tea, this Get Relaxed tea from the Republic of Tea. Be Well Read teas. Be Well Read, but it's R-E-D. Be Well Read. I like those kind of plays on words. I want to ask about scissors in cooking. And I got my tea right here, because drinking a different way, I just noticed, makes it taste different. I'm like, how can it taste differently or better when you just drink it? You drink it. But I realized that you do it a certain way and it goes to the side of my tongue better in certain ways than it does. So that's that. And then I want to show this picture. I have a lot on that list. So I've had this, my wife put this in the kitchen, had this for a long time in the kitchen. So there it is. Spiritual manna and food and music, and that helps lead to the spiritual manna. See, doing music each day at the Good Info Cafe and having fun, but also being serious and big concepts. Like, what's the big concept today? Free will is the big concept. Well, is the question of the day, has to do with free will. And I talked to George Webb and possibility of when it gets warmer, doing the Friday night or weekend, mocking the deep state and the control freaks, doing through music and lyrics and parody lyrics and stuff like that. And when it gets warmer, also the Financial Foundation starting in February, something like I'll do 1 minute per video about the financial side. And I'm just going to throw out a number that for the the Wi-Fi, excuse me, and the phone is about between 300 and 500. So I'm going to see about with Patreon and my book and T-shirt. Need some more sales. So this is very authentic. JK, Christian extremist, equals extreme love, and it's in a way that people might not notice it or you can put it on the back, and you can also add text, and then it says, love your enemies even if you have to kill them, of course, to protect the innocent, fool, dum-dum. Christian extremist equals extreme love, and this is kind of over the heart with the cross and the heart. And so somebody else step up, because it's cool. Rebecca really likes hers. Somebody else bought it that I don't know who it was, or bought a few, or I've been making some sales here and there. To try to equal to 300 and 500 a month to pay for expenses for doing this when it's more launched. And phase 3 is coming up, and I think the only other phase would be when it's, yes, I got the Financial Foundation. Phase 4, here we go. So, a lot of other things. Got a cool song, my L5, this beautiful, many of you appreciated this incredible. This is more than 80 years. This year it's coming up on 81 years old. It's over 80 years old. And just about everything is original. For the guitar aficionados, there you have it. The headstock from 1938. Right now it's the oldest known with the original white pickguard. It could be the first one made. Probably the first natural finish white pickguard ever made with Gibson and Kalamazoo, but if not, then it's one of the first. So it's incredible sound. That's number one, is the way it sounds. Number two is it's very rare, and it's It's incredible craftsmanship, but it's also manufactured, so it is the top of a continuous it's going to be 100, the L5, this is a 38, but it started in 1922. It's going to be 100 years old coming up soon, continuously made since 1922. They still make them. You have to custom order it, but still. And new, they cost about between $8,000 and $10,000, those guitars. Just a new 2018, 2019 one. Prayers for Gibson. It's an incredible guitar company in the sense that it contributes to the world, and it just has new, just went through bankruptcy and a new leadership. Let's pray for the leadership of Gibson. So many notes here. So that guitar, because some dum-dums were trying to say that it was refinished, but it's not. I have the pictures right after my great uncle bought it, and dum-dums thought it was the pick guard. They're just not that smart, or they just wanted to make sure it wasn't valued very high so they could buy it. Verified by Walter Carter. You can look up his name. Guitar people know, vintage guitar people know Walter Carter. He's in Nashville. He verified that's an early 1938, so it's probably it probably was made in January, February of 1938. So it's about 81 coming up. It was shipped in March, I think, and bought by my uncle. I have the receipt. Multiple intelligences need 5 senses. Multiple intelligences need the 5 senses. Oh, that gets so loud, I know. Multiple intelligences need the 5 senses. Multiple intelligences need the 5 senses. Multiple intelligences need the 5 senses. So also today is Friday, so the weekend jam is going to be, you're going to sing along or play along with a song called Your Move by Yes. I do it an octave lower. So I'm getting through all this. Scissor, okay, so the food. So I drink this, I noticed when I drink it a different way, it tasted better, it was more refreshing, and it turns out it's because it was going to the side of my tongue, so I didn't do it that time. That was a regular drink. Get your food or your tea or get your senses going, because the multiple intelligences need the 5 senses. The multiple intelligences need the 5 senses. So I'm going to try to do it. Too much pressure with the video on. I don't think I did it right, but there's a way I would sip that. Ooh, doesn't that look good? Oh yeah, get the senses going. It's not in the way of anything. And it goes on the side, and it's more refreshing. It's like, oh my God. So maybe I'll do advertise at some level when I get more. Okay, so what can people do? They can spread the word about this channel, saying it's music and fun, but we discuss serious subjects. However you want to get the word out. Also buying things, but getting other subscribers, or when you push like right there, when you view and then push like, that helps the channel. I'm advertising this. I really like this. It says be well read, so kind of the literary and tea in your literature circle and all that for relaxing. So the tea I did before was bought tea. This is made at home. So here's my other thing about the 5 senses and drinks and food and nutrition and sustenance. Oh, I know what I want to say. Having this format leaves it open to spiritual manna, meaning I am not going to manufacture it. I'm not going to control freak the spiritual manna, because I go with Norman's definition. That's when something comes along unexpected that helps you. That's spiritual manna. And then there can be real manna that, from heaven. They were starving in the desert or having trouble with food, and here comes this. In the morning they'd wake up and there would be this food that they would go collect and be able to live off it, because they would get so much of it, and then they would bake it and do a bread thing and turn it into things. So there can be food that shows up in your life that was unexpected, and that can be manna, so spiritual manna. Anyway, maybe you'll go out and get some tea and drink more tea. Inspiring Kevin, right? Yeah, Kevin, to play more music. So I want to inspire anyone out there to make music, because music is good for the soul. It feeds your soul and fills up that hole. And remember, everybody has a God void, and fill it with God only, and God loves music. So therefore, where was I? I've got to make sure I get everything. The scissors. So I'm just recently getting into another level of cooking. I used to cook, but my wife's so good at it. My mother's really good at it. My grandmother, Anna Dolores Rocco Kelly, from her family from Calabria, Italy, and I think I have Jewish roots through her, possibly. It showed up on my dad's DNA test, but then others were saying, no, it's not true. My brother was saying, no, it's not. He doesn't know. It's still up in the air to get a real good DNA test to find out. But anyway, I would just start cooking with scissors. It really was easy. So if there's anything not healthy or unhygienic, I keep it clean. I wash it, soap it in between, just like I would any. So I guess I keep it as clean as any knife. But I never saw anybody use scissors. I've just been doing it for probably 10 years, 8 years, using scissors when I would do my grilled cheese sandwich and not big time cooking. But now the last 2 months I've been getting pretty good at it, and I'm continuing to use these. And then I finally saw somebody on YouTube using scissors, and they weren't saying anything about it, but I never saw anybody use them. So feedback on that. So I think that's pretty much it in terms of my list. So the question of the day, the QOD, do we have free will? Or was I just programmed to say what I just said? Or am I programmed to say, do we have free will? See, if there isn't free will, then I was programmed to say that. And then go like this. If there's not free will, to say that maybe instead of free will, there's Marcus Schneider, Frunenberg, basketball photos from picking on schematic Ritz, which I'm not speaking in tongues, I'm just double talking, so don't freak out. Was I programmed to do that, and then you programmed to respond like that? See, I think this is a lot of evidence for free will, but it's still the question. Do we have free will? Philosophical question. I'm going to grade. This is really important, and I see the time, so I'm going to get to my song. And then you guys are to sing harmony, sing unison, sing along, play percussion, it's only 3 chords. You'll see the chords, starts on E major. Play along in the guitar. Norman, play along. Kevin, play along. And pause the video to go get your gits. This is big. So an article online, and then it has comments at the bottom. A video has comments like this. There are people who disable comments, and then there are news organizations that disable comments after their articles when the comments were smarter than the person who wrote the article, and they would call them out. So then they've disabled. So everyone who allows comments when appropriate, maybe there's a rare situation where it doesn't make sense to have comments. Maybe we're talking about somebody who died, or then you have all those dumb haters who think they think they get power by saying something mean, and they don't. They just expose themselves as being dumbasses. Dumb bleeps, dumb bleeps, dumb bleeps. And so I'm getting there. This is going to go over because I'm going to do your move, but this is big. Comments. If it's appropriate to have comments and you don't have them, you get a 0. Actually, you get much worse than an F, a 0. And these are some multi-million-dollar international corporations that don't allow you to make comments. And it shows how weak they are. It shows they've lost. If they're going to write an article, of course they want feedback, but of course there should be feedback by the everyday people. So when they're not there, I think you're in a good place to judge and evaluate that they're hiding something, that they're not confident in what they're saying, that they have an agenda, that they're controlled media, that kind of thing. So people who do allow comments or organizations get A's. There's A's for those kind of comments. All right, so I think I got everything out anyway. So here we go. This is going to go over 15, but this is tuned to A432. It's Jam Weekend with JtheK. There's your A, which is, you can get the Hertz as an app and put 432 and la, listen to it, there it is. Listen to that guitar. Take a straight and stronger course to the corner of your life. Make the white queen run so fast, she hasn't got time to make you wise. Cause it's time and time with your time and his news is captured for the queen to throw me on to any black square. Use me anytime you want. Just remember that the goal is for us all to capture all we want anywhere. Yeah. Don't surround yourself with yourself. Move on back to square. Send an instant comment to me. Initially, we're loving yourself. Cause it's time with your time and his news is captured for the queen to use. Time with your time and his news is captured.